Hello, welcome to my next video. So today I'm making a floral piece and I'm starting by taping off my background, or taping off my paper to make a background. I'm using Mary's gouache and I picked this up at a local store called Jerry's Artorama. You might have one in your city. So I'm picking out my colors and I'm going to start by painting my background a solid dark color. And in order to do this effect with the gouache, you work from dark to light, and it's a really simple effect. I've seen this idea on Pinterest 100 times. I've seen people do these on YouTube, and I wanted to do it for myself. I've done one. I did one of these about a year ago, and I decided to do a couple of them myself. So you start by painting the background a dark color, and you don't really have to worry about the color being super even or perfect because it's all going to be layered upon later. So I just make sure that I get a nice solid background, making sure that I get all my corners, and then I go ahead and mix my colors up while that's drying and mix my lighter color for the next layer. And then it's time to paint. And after I remove the tape, of course. And so you can see that I had a little bit of bleed over on the bottom, but that's okay because you end up painting over it anyway. And so then I started painting, and I think that the paint color I selected actually might be darker than my background for this layer. I'm not really sure. I can't really tell. It might be the same, but either way, it ended up working out. So I cut out a lot of this video because I felt like it was hard to see for people watching. So I chopped a lot of this out, and I just I just chopped a lot of it out. But you can see the effect I'm going for. You're just creating leaves and sort of trailing off with leaves. It doesn't have to be perfect, and your leaves don't have to be symmetrical or all the same. You can kind of put them wherever you want, and it comes out really beautiful in the end. This is one of those projects that I feel like everybody could do. You don't have to be great to learn how to do this. I did this project with 2 paintbrushes, and I only used a large paintbrush to paint the background, and everything else I did with this smaller paintbrush. So I really think this is something that everybody could do, and it's a great beginner project if you're wanting something really pretty to frame or hang up on a wall or give to a friend or something like that. this is a great project for that. And it's also fun for experienced artists too. I think I know I have a lot of fun doing these because they're kind of you don't have to think too much whenever you're doing these. You're just working from dark to light, and you're just incorporating more white into your paint as you go from dark to light. Um, as you're going from dark to light, you're just adding more white into your paint, and you don't have to think too much, and it just looks really pretty on the page as you're moving up your layers. Next, I'm going to add my flowers, and I chose to do roses. I got this idea off Pinterest, and I really wish I remembered the name of the account that I saw these roses on, because I really loved the way that this girl did her roses. She um, used a peach color and then did a pink and then went over them in white again, and they were just so beautiful. So I kind of copied her to do my roses because I just thought that they were so pretty. So that's how I did my roses. I did white and peach with pink, and then went back over mine in white again. And I think they just came out fabulous. So that's what I'm doing here, is doing that. And then I'm also adding some small little white rosebuds to later add petals to, or stems to. Um, and I think that this really ties the whole thing together. And I end up adding another layer of greenery as well, of lighter green petals while everything's drying. Here I'm just putting the center of my rosebuds, just the tight little curls. And this is the pink I was talking about, that it goes on pretty dark, and in hindsight I could have just lightened it with white before I put it on, to maybe shorten the steps I needed to take. But I decided to follow the steps that I saw on Pinterest and do the white curls and then go over it in white to lighten my roses, and I think they came out really pretty that way. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike my video and subscribe for more content. I will see you next time. Bye bye.